What is force majeure? Are you stressing over your contract closing date after an act of God occurred? Well, today I'm talking about the force majeure clause in the Florida contracts, and we're starting right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robert Slattery, broker of Ohana Realty in Hialeah, Florida. If this is the first time visiting my channel, please consider subscribing by hitting the button below and click on that bell to be notified of new videos that come out every week. I talk about a lot of cool stuff in Hialeah and the surrounding areas, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. What do you do with your contract contingency dates after a major hurricane hits your area? In Florida, that's our main threat, hurricanes. But the Florida contracts has the force majeure clause, sometimes known as the act of God clause. Force majeure, meaning superior force in Latin, details how a buyer and a seller shall proceed in a contract. If a hurricane should impact a real estate transaction, and let's face it, chances are if you've been under contract in late summer, early fall in Florida, you've experienced it. Buyers and sellers want to know if there's anything in the contract that addresses it. There is. Here are 3 key clauses in the Florida Realtors Florida Bar as is contract. Number 1, Section 18G, force majeure. This clause defines exactly what force majeure means. Hurricanes, floods, extreme weather, earthquakes, fires, or other acts of God. Unusual transportation delays or wars, insurrections, or acts of terrorism. Once triggered, all time periods, including the closing date, will be extended for a reasonable time up to 7 days after the force majeure no longer prevents performance. So what happens if performance continues to be halted for more than 7 days? Then either party may terminate the contract by delivering a written notice if force majeure continues to prevent performance more than 30 days beyond the closing date. Number 2, Section 18L, access to the property to conduct appraisals, inspections, and walkthroughs. After a hurricane passes, a buyer often wants to re-inspect the property to make sure no major damage has occurred, or to access the damage to determine how they want to proceed. They don't need to be within their inspection period, as the clause includes a follow-up walkthrough if necessary prior to closing. Number 3, Section 18M, risk of loss. So, you conducted a follow-up inspection and discovered casualty damage from the hurricane. This clause explains the rights and obligations of the buyer and the seller. If the cost to restore the property does not exceed 1.5% of the purchase price, and that cost doesn't include pruning or removing damaged trees, then the cost is a seller obligation. If the restoration isn't complete prior to closing, a sum equal to 125% of the estimated cost to complete the restoration will be escrowed by the seller at closing. If the cost of restoration exceeds 1.5% of the purchase price, then the buyer has the option to either take the property as is together with the 1.5% of the purchase price, or receive a refund of the deposit, releasing buyer and seller from all further obligations under the contract. The force majeure clause often gets overlooked because even though we have 3 to 5 hurricanes pose a possible threat in Florida every year, most don't make a direct impact in your specific area. I hope you found this video helpful should you ever encounter a situation when the force majeure clause kicks in. If all you have to do after a hurricane hits is worry about adjusting timelines and dates, but your family is safe and okay, I think that that's one heck of a deal. If you're thinking of buying your next home in Hialeah or the surrounding areas, please click on the link in the description box below and download my free home buyer's guide to get you started in the right direction. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to leave a comment below or ask any questions that you may have, and consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every week and would love to be part of your journey. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.